everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lifestyle with Chris and I am so excited. You know why? Because I have my daughter here with me. It has been really good for the past week or so since she has arrived in Canada, and things have just been going so smoothly so far. I am counting down my semester, and that's not really much that I'm doing in terms of for months I have been anticipating this moment, and right now I'm taking a walk with her, and we're going to the park. And I can remember even before she came, even before her visa was approved, I used to tell my bigger daughter I can't wait for her to come so that I can take her to the park.
Mommy, the
and
park is closed.
No, it's not closed.
Yes,
And that
it is.
it's
Look, it's closed.
I can't wait for her to come so I could take her to the
See,
park,
Mommy?
and
I
that
told
has
park
become
is
a reality. You know, I normally just take her to the park to let her burn out some energy. You know. Yes, I just want to talk a little bit about the realities that I had to face as an international student here in Canada. Sometimes we have this mindset that things will go smoothly from the time we arrive. We want things to go smoothly, but it doesn't go exactly how we plan it, right? So I just want to share some of my experiences with you, and maybe you can take some, leave some. Alright, so while I'm looking at my daughter play, I will just talk a little bit about the realities and the things that I face and I'm continuously facing as an international student here in Canada. It has not been easy, it is not easy, it will never be easy. It's just something that you have to keep enduring until you finish, right? And I just have to really keep my mind on the end goal. That is what I have to do, because this is something that I decided. Nobody didn't put a gun to my head and say, hey, you have to do this, right? I did it on my own. I made up my mind to leave, to give up everything, and that is what it's about. Okay, so one of the things that I really sometimes face, and most people face it, right? I don't have it that much, but I get a little bit depressed, you know. I get a little bit depressed thinking about, you know, I wonder, what did I do? Did I make the right choice? How it would have been if I had stayed, you know, especially when things don't go the way you planned, especially when things don't, you know, sometimes you say, okay, this is how it's going to be, and you make all these plans and it does not materialize the way you intended it to be, and it kind of gets you in a state of depression. And you know, it has been a real struggle for me, and especially knowing that you don't have any family around, you know, where you can get that sort of support. You don't have friends, you don't have anybody to look to, nobody you can turn to, and you wonder what the hell did I do? Did I make the right choice? You know, leaving your family behind, leaving everything that you know, everything that you were comfortable with. It wasn't it wasn't that it it wasn't that I was having the worst life ever back in my home country, but I just wanted something different, you know. And coming here and experiencing this is like wow. But you know, I try to, you know, keep positive in spite of, you know, experiencing a lot of things, a lot of negative things from people, from strangers, from, you know, the whole culture change, everything just going in a different direction. You know, people who you expect to treat you a certain way, you just get the opposite, you know, and that is what it is. So it kind of helps, makes you feel isolated, and it's just not what you intended it to be. Another thing that could cause you to be depressed is that the weather. During winter, I came in a period of time where it was really difficult. You know, everybody was like, "Why did you go in winter?" You know, it was really difficult to travel. It was difficult to get a job. You know, it was really challenging. But I endured it. Right, during winter, it was really hard for me to get up to go to work. And I really thank God that I had online school, because it would have been even more depressing if I had to get up to go to school during winter. You know, looking outside, come down from there, looking outside and looking at the weather, the height of the snow is just depressing, and you're not accustomed to that kind of, you know, climate, and that really could cause you to be depressed. That really could cause you to be depressed. So that is just something, that is just one of the things that I've really experienced so far, and I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talk about it. That can really get you depressed. That can really get you depressed, right? Man, you gotta be careful. Another thing that you may face when you get here, and I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos or several of my videos, is that you may not get the job of the job that you are accustomed to, right?
Mommy, come with me.
You may have to end up taking like what they call a survival job, right? Some people don't experience this. Some people apply and get through one time, and that's really impressive. But others, we have to work in a factory or work as a cleaner, work in a fast food restaurant, you know, and it can kind of put you in a position where you have pride and you say, nah, I ain't doing that, because I accustomed working as a administrative assistant, and I'm looking for that, and if I don't get that, I don't want nothing else. And that is the mindset that you cannot have when you come here. You have to take what is available, right? Until better can be done. All right. Yeah, so I used to work as a cleaner, and now I'm working in a warehouse, and the hours are crazy. I work from 3 a.m. to around 6 or 7 a.m. and it's a struggle, it's a sacrifice, and if that is how I have to get the money, then that is what I have to do until I can do better. And you know what also limits me as an international student is that I can only work 20 hours per week. Yeah, I can only work 20 hours per week. So I'm a student, and this is what the life of a student is. But thank God that I'm almost finished, and I'm looking forward for greater things. And this is the sacrifice that I'm talking about. You just have to endure it until you have reached that goal. This is something that I knew I was gonna face, and so it is not possible for me to give up, because that means that I have failed, right? That means I have failed. So yeah. So I've talked about jobs, and I've talked about being depressed, and I'm also isolated. I want to just add something that if you're coming here, you have family, or maybe you have friends. Just prepare yourself to not depend on them, right? I know that you may think you're close to them or you all have a good relationship, but I also want you to prep yourself to be independent and do this thing on your own. Yes, you want the family support, yes, but don't come and expect them to spoon feed you, right? Because they have lives to live, and that's one of the things I realized, that your family that you may have here may not be as supportive as you expect them to be. You may have high expectations. Oh, I have a cousin, oh, I have an auntie, but when they get here, it's a different story. So always prepare yourself, always come with sufficient funds, because it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a struggle. I have seen it, I've heard many stories about it, and it's not joke. It's not funny at all. You know, there are so many good persons here that have faced these things, and the experience was not good. It started off great, but things changed over a period of time.
Mommy,
Right?
what's out?
As an international student, I have to live on a budget. That is something that I cannot run away from. It is very important for me to live on a tight budget, because working 20 hours per week does not bring in sufficient funds for me to be spending here. So therefore, I need to really be careful with how I spend, and that is one of the things that you have to be mindful of as an international student. That you have to face when you get here. You will be faced with lots of expenses. You have to pay for food, you have to pay for hydro depending on where you are, you have to pay for internet, rent, all of these things, transportation, you name it. You can't get away from it, and that is very important, right guys? Use some things that I experienced and things that you need to really prepare your mind for, and to really understand that coming here as an international student is not to live a luxurious lifestyle. It's to live. No, we're not going to go home. We're not going home. We're just going for a walk right here. Come, let's go up here. Right? It's not about living a luxurious lifestyle. Yes, Canada is great, but you are at a stage where you're just starting off. You're on the ground stage, right? It's different when you come in here as a permanent resident, straight as a permanent resident. You have to work your way up. And I have finished one phase, and that is to obtain my certificate, my education in Canada. That is one step closer, and you know, you have to take it in strides. I am taking it in strides. Come, let's go this way. My daughter is here and she's giving me trouble. I just want to get her away from here for a while. Alright guys, so yeah, take it as it is. It is some. These are things that you have to really understand, that coming here is not a bed of roses. Canada is not a bed of roses. Always, please know that. If you have not listened to anything I said in this video, please note that Canada is not a bed of roses. Alright, so you gotta just be mindful of that, and come prepared, come knowing that everything is not going to be perfect, come knowing that you might struggle for a little bit, come knowing that you might have to face it on your own, you know. And you know, as time goes by, as you start to progress, as you start to see how the environment is, how the culture is, how everything is, you'll be able to adapt and understand that, hey, I can do this. Because if I have done it, anybody can. Alright, so guys, thank you for watching. And if this is the first time you are coming to this channel, please don't forget, please consider subscribing. Click on that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. See you in my next video. Bye bye.